Greetings, Star Trek Fleet Commanders. I am the Angry Rhino. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Alright, here we go. Should be the final test and or demonstration of Mr. Archer as captain. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do Captain Archer in the captain seat. And I'm going to put his two mining buddies on the side here. Recently unlocked, what's that guy's name? Shran. So Shran into Paul. Trip doesn't do a whole lot for me, in my opinion anyway. And I'm going to go with B'Elanna and Hugh below deck. Now I am going to go, let me select the right ship, summon the ship, right time, and well, let's take out this survey ship. You notice I am in the 51 system. These runs have not been going the way I would have liked them to go. They've been going very quick. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing. But figured might as well go back to the 51s and see if maybe I can get more than 400 something thousand. Because what did I do? I did use my normal crew instead of using Picard, Beverly, New Data. I did use Archer, Beverly, New Data. They got like 460,000. So that's probably, where I'm going to stick to. Doesn't appear that hitting up into the 53s is getting me what I want out of this. So I'm going to go back to the 51s and see how it goes with, max synergy here. It's not going that bad. I think it's going relatively well. Of course, I'm out of interceptors already. But oh no, wait, here's one. But I am up to what, 137,000, and I've lost approximately somewhere between a third and a quarter of my hull, which is fairly good. Potential there to get a good amount this run. And a good amount, by my standards anyway, is between 200 and 400,000. I would like to get a lot more because the double pulls, I don't see a point in them being there if we're not meant to do them a few times a week, right? So only getting 200,000 a run, or maybe 200,000, less than 200,000 a run, like it's not really going to do it. It's not cutting the mustard, as they say. Though I don't know who the hell says that. Some people say it. I've heard people say it. Send you over there. Get out of the way. Yeah, I'm going to have to go to hitting explorers. Sacrifice a little bit of my critical damage, which is annoying. However, I have not seen Rev's latest video or live stream or whatever he's doing right now. But I have heard reports from some of my alliance mates that, according to Rev, these game runners have heard our feedback in not liking that there were no Archer events this weekend, and do plan on running some after incursions. Because God forbid we hold back on some of these incursions events. Let's get through the material spend of these current officers in their current month. Could it delay the incursion XSLB for a few more days? Finish the Archer spend event stuff inside the arc. I mean, however, I guess maybe it's a way to up screen time in between arcs. which in the past, I know several players have been playing less in between arcs, mostly because there's just less to do, but it's less new stuff, I guess. So maybe put a few of the new things in between the arcs. Not a terrible idea, it's just, could you let us know that that was what's going on? No? Okay, cool. Thanks. Appreciate it. Alright, as you see, I did hit that survey. It's not going that great. I would have liked it to go a little better. I'm sitting on 250,000 right now. I mean, it's not a bad run. It's not a bad run at all. Debatable, I guess, depending on your likes and stuff. Oh yeah, because I did the jumped here with my disco and then summoned the ship with my disco and finished that event. Cool. I just gotta be able to do these double chest pulls sometime, right? I mean, it's like 45,000, and then I don't even know what the double chest pull is. I just pull it. It was like 260,000 or something, 230 maybe. Where am I going? Go after the interceptor. Maybe I can squeeze it out, get up to 300,000, which to a certain extent would be one day of double pull, one day of normal pull, which isn't, I mean, that's, yeah, I mean, that's all right, I guess. And it'd probably go a lot better if I was using my Cerritos here. Boosting my mitigations and damage, and not going to quite get to 300,000, am I? Disappointing. But that is a tactic you can use. You can drop down, maybe drop down a bit with these max loot crews. Increase the gain there, and maybe increase your gain overall. The problem at certain levels, and I want to say, let's see if I can go to this 50 system real quick and see, because I think for me in my level and why they changed some of this stuff, this 50 system has a lot less rewards per hostile. And this 51 system, it's a significant jump. And what some people were saying was, well, at 55, why are you saying their chest requirements are the same as a 56? A 56 has a G5 rares. 55 does not. So I know some of you smaller players were maybe not necessarily whining or complaining, pointing out that the numbers were not good. Oh. Yeah, screw it. Let's go get this guy. Now, the good thing about these systems is it's kind of a bracket almost where these surveys are. You see the 51 system and the 50 system both have a 51 level survey. Keep that in mind because it can help you identify them a little quicker. If you're in here with all these level 50 hostiles and then there's a 51 hostile, it's a survey guy. Go get him. I don't think they start going up. I want to say up here 59 is when they go up to 60, but they're like 51 all through these few systems. So there are a few systems along the path here where you can easily identify those survey guys. Now you saw that he had a good amount, but see this guy, see this 50 right here, 372. That's not cutting it because, well, let me hit one because I have all this loot crew stuff. It's going to be a lot harder to tell the difference. Oh, well, let me hit this guy. I think it'll be faster. I'm really just pointing out that there is, to a certain extent, a problem here because you are not always afforded the ability to punch down because the drastic changes in loot. You see this even with a max loot crew 3100. What was the last one here? Max loot crew 9200. That's a lot more. So, honestly, I think overall with this run, I'm not as disappointed. I think I'm. Now, I mean, I had to hit down, the 51s, but I got 294. I mean, I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm not hitting the 53s. Does that really matter? I mean, I hit the 51s, and yeah, I guess the survey guy. So what did I really get? Maybe 230? 230 is not terrible. It's pretty good for how long did this take? Well, this says I died 3 minutes ago. When did I start here? 10 minutes ago is when I hit that survey ship. So about 7 minutes, 7 minutes. My math is great. 7 minutes, not terrible. I mean, if you are a one chest puller person, it's several days of one chest pulls. Harder to do some double chest pulls in there, but we can also always go here and click this button here. See how much? 44,000. So with the chest claims, you could get one double chest pull. So there's potential here. There's potential here that this is the answer, right? I'm just going to recall I don't need to do anymore. I'm really kind of doing this enough. But I think I was fairly pleasantly surprised that the 51 seemed to yield a pretty good amount, I thought. 232, I guess depending on how you want to math that out with the survey guy giving you a lot with one hit. Can't always rely that you'll get one, but 230-ish, I punched down a little bit, or maybe I was, sticking to my normal spot, depending on how you look at it. It's not terrible. I kind of think I like the way that this one went with the max synergy here, as opposed to some of the other ones with, let's say, just Archer, and then Archer and Trip. But it would still be nice to get a synergy officer that can do something for your combat ability. I mean, come on. At the very least, give me a mitigator. Right? I mean, it'd be nice to get, let's say, a mitigation officer and call it a double shot officer. I kind of like that idea. Not enough double shot officers. There's really only what? Other than, let's say, the strike team guys and gals. There's Fat Mud or Office Mud, Rainn Wilson. But it is kind of a percentage on a percentage chance there, which isn't that good. There is Miles O'Brien. Yeah, it is, one of those percentage of a percentage chance, but it's, 50%. And it's for an Armada, which has many rounds, usually anyway. And it's stacked, so it's pretty good ability. Can we not get something like that for these indie guys? I think it's a very reasonable request. Partially because it's also not something that there is a butt ton of. There's a butt ton of mitigation officers. Do we really need a enterprise officer for mitigation? Not really. I mean, it could be useful because then you could get your synergy, but I do think a double shot officer would be the best thing, in my opinion. Might help some players get the battle over quicker, therefore not take as much damage. Let's say maybe they don't have as many rounds of that particle beam, so getting the battle over quicker is a good thing. could help them do that, and therefore make this grind easy. Maybe not necessarily easier, but less frustrating, since they are taking away our crit damage and our shields. Could you give us double shots because of this officer, Malcolm Reed? Because didn't he make those, what they call them, phase cannons or something? And didn't he, was it him and Trip that found a way to overload the phase cannon and made them like 100 times more powerful, or something like that? Could go with some lore there. Of course, that doesn't really do double shots, does it? No, but maybe make it super effective somehow against Zindi peoples. Okay, wrapping this up here. Instead of going after the 53s like I have been in the past in some of my other testing, I put on max synergy with Archer, T'Pol, and Shran. Went down to the 51 system, and I got a decent amount, to 30-ish, which I think is acceptable. I would prefer it to be more, but not how it's going to go all the time. I think max synergy seemed to be higher on the list than, let's say, just one synergistic officer. Sure, synergistic works, I guess. But depending on you as a player, I don't know that it's necessarily better than, let's say, just Archer on the bridge and some combat officers, or maybe a impulse speed officer to make your run go a little quicker. I do think Archer, Kuron, New Data worked pretty well for me. It's probably what I'm going to go with until get a better officer on the side here. It'd be nice. Right, cross your fingers. Malcolm Reed, some kind of double shots or super duper increases the shots of your weapons or something. Maybe adds a phase cannon that does really good against Indies. Maybe it ignores their shields. How about that? Comment below. Have you tried the various synergy options with Archer? Either just him, no synergy, one officer synergy, or max synergy. Have you found that you liked one more than the other? That is going to do it for not only this video, but the Archer testing thing until maybe we get another officer here. So, get away from that. But do remember or be on the lookout for some of these Archer events coming up around the incursions time, most likely after. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I am the Angry Rhino. Shields up, Commanders.